they were supposed to get fired before the All-Star break, but then
Oh, Michael Malone.
they
Horrible.
were supposed to get fired before, but then they started going on a winning streak, and then now they on a
Oh,
4-game losing streak. They got fired. So this is the real reason from the president on why they got fired. So basically, all right, we know Mike Malone been there for like a decade. He been there for a
yeah.
decade. But the GM Calvin Booth came in 2020. They both
Mm,
contributed to the championship, and this is how, cause
yeah.
the GM is responsible for getting niggas, getting players and shit, signing
Mm,
contracts, and he got
mm.
the right pieces. Cause to be honest, if the Nuggets didn't have certain players like Caldwell Pope, Bruce
Oh,
Brown,
well,
that shit could
yeah.
have turned out way differently, bro. Like you feel me?
DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, and Aaron Gordon and shit, like, and putting in those
Yeah.
pieces was essential. The first three
Yeah.
years he was there, he got them a chip. You feel me?
Yeah.
But then it's been tension between both of them for like the past year. It's been
Wait,
tense.
Booth and Malone.
Malone, it's been tension between both of them, and
Damn.
that kind of split the organization in half. The coach side
Oh,
and his side, and they basically the president was saying that like this attributed to why they haven't been performing good because Jokic is playing beautiful. You feel me? But
yeah.
they keep losing, so he was like, "This, like, it's because that
Someone else.
we don't
Yeah.
got our house in order. That's why we keep losing
Mm,
and shit. Niggas is not on the same
mm,
page, this and that, shit like
mm.
that." And Russell Westbrook plays a part into it. I think the Russell Westbrook shit plays
What happened?
a small
What
part
happened?
into
How
it.
did he play Paul? How
I
did he play
I
Paul? They
think,
got him.
bro. I think Russell Westbrook be taking some bad shots, bro. He really needs to stop taking 3-pointers. I missed the mid range. Russell Westbrook, bro. Like
That's the game. That's the game nowadays, bro. He has to follow
he
suit, bro.
don't.
Niggas not doing mid
But
ranges.
the thing is though, like nowadays, like they don't. I know like people love and hate analytics, but like they you wouldn't want Russell Westbrook taking the most of your threes. You wouldn't want
Nah, I
him.
don't. I
You
wouldn't
would want
at all.
Jokic taking more threes than Russell Westbrook, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, yeah,
Or like
yeah.
Michael Porter Jr., but he's taking a lot of 3 points, bro. 3-pointers, bro.
That's the problem, Michael Porter Jr. I want to bring that up too, bro. You have to do something else, bro. Why he's a 3-point shooter now, bro? What else does he do?
I
All I
mean,
see is this nigga shooting threes, bro. I
shit,
don't see him do nothing else.
shit is
I didn't think
effective.
that's this way he's gonna be when he got drafted. I didn't think he's gonna be like that, bro. Like one dimensional like that.
Now he fell. I think he fell into like the role. I think he just fell into the role. They needed that's what the Nuggets needed, and I think he fell into the role. But I do think that he's more dimensional than that. I just think that's what they want him to do. To be honest,
Yeah, and he's probably content with it. I respect
the
it. You
nigga's
feel
like
me? That
almost
means he's
KD. He's like
unselfish.
KD's height, bro. Like shooting.
He's KD's height. He can do what KD does, bro. He just needs the opportunity. But yeah, you're right. If he does, it's gonna mess up the mode of the team. Yeah, Jokic already does everything. You feel me? He don't really. Yeah, I don't know. Yo, my thing is though, bro. Like my thing is, y'all niggas should have fired him last year when when they lost to Minnesota, bro. Yeah, that's when y'all should have fired him. Facts.
Now I think that's when like they was like thinking about it. And you feel me? I
Yeah,
think they wanted to
I
give
would
him
have fired him.
another chance in the season, and they was
And
gonna
he was
fire him by
wilding
All
that
Star break.
series. He was getting. You remember that series? He was wilding, about to fight the refs and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Nigga
yeah,
tweaking.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
right. So like they should have been fired because of that. Why you keeping him like a week before the playoffs? You fire him?
That's my problem. My problem is that okay, he's doing bad, but do you
Cool
think
too.
it's smart to fire your head coach a week before the playoffs?
No,
That shit don't make any sense. The
but they put an interim coach there, so that nigga is basically the same as a coach because he's gonna do the same plays. It's not like he's from the outside. He's in the organization, so I think that's the reason why they feel like they can do that. Yeah, like you're right. That means there was some internal shit going on. They fire him and put the interim.
yeah,
Like
I just feel like they chalked up this season to like they're not even gonna win
that's
a
the
chip.
same. That's the same nigga. That's the same dude. He gonna do the same plays. He gonna run the offense through Joker. He's not doing nothing different. You feel me? So that means that they really don't like that man's character. They want
Mm-hmm.
him out of here.
Yep,
Yeah, they
exactly.
not jacking him.
Shit, and they
Yeah.
got rid of the GM. I've never heard no shit like that. The GM actually, since
Yeah.
last year, he been fighting to get his contract renewed. Like they was not trying to.
Mm,
He was in no negotiations. They was not trying to renew his contract. So that nigga was
yeah.
been about to be out. I never heard of a GM get fired, bro. I've never heard of it.
They need to fire that GM in Dallas, bro. They need to fire that nigga.
Oh
For
no,
me,
no,
letting
no.
Luka go.
Oh no, no. That was more of
Nico.
the owners, bro. That was more of the owners. That
Oh,
was
the
more
owners.
that
Yeah.
shit came from the owners type shit. But
Oh,
and that's the thing, cause like it's so weird, cause the head coach and the GM don't have to have any communication, cause Jason Kidd didn't know Luka was getting traded.
yeah.
It's no respect in this. These organizations got no respect for niggas. Jason Kidd, nigga,
Yeah, you believe that, bro?
huh?
I don't believe that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't believe that.
I believe it, bro. I think Jason Kidd is. I believe in his basketball knowledge to know that's some dumbass shit, bro.
Yeah, nah, dead eyes though. Nah, that's really so dumb, bro. You think about it, bro. That makes no
And he
sense at
cooked them.
all.
Luka cooked 80. Nah, 80 didn't even do nothing that game when they played the Mavs, bro. He cooked the
That's
Mavs,
not on
bro.
Jack AD, bro. I don't Jack AD because it's not like you couldn't do that, bro. You had 30 the other game, but now when you play them in a high stakes game,
Lock.
you wanna do bad.
That nigga on
That's not
lock.
on Jack
That nigga
AD.
on lock. That nigga was
I don't Jack
on. That
AD.
nigga
I
was.
don't Jack AD.
He was on lock. 80 was on lock. I mean,
Who's locking him up? I ain't even watched the game. Who's
I
locking
didn't
him
really
up?
watch the game, but I'm not gonna say he was on lock. But if a nigga played for the majority of the
He's
game,
had 13. That's all he had. He had 13.
yeah, he just wasn't.
That's bad.
He just wasn't producing. I ain't gonna lie. He wasn't. He
Yeah,
just
I'm not gonna lie. Lakers going to the chip though. I don't see who can beat them, bro. Both of them niggas doing that, bro. Like, cause both of them gonna have 10 assists, bro. Him and LeBron.
yeah.
Both of them gonna have like 10 assists every game. How you stopping that, bro? That's offense, and
Yeah.
they're having 30. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how you gonna stop that?
Now the Luca thing
Nah,
was a
y'all
good
lucky,
trade. The
bro. Fuck
Luca
yeah.
is really like the future of the Lakers. If he chooses to stay there,
That's them. What else?
he's the future of the Lakers, bro. For real.
Bro, Jokic might go to the Lakers, bro. LeBron
I think this
retire.
is like the best position that a team has had since somebody like LeBron. We don't know if he's gonna retire, but he about to retire. You feel me?
If he
And
retires, you know Joker's coming in, right? If he retires, Joker's gonna go over there.
no.
Yeah, I'm not watching NBA after that,
If
bro. That
Luka and
happened,
Jokic
bro.
on the same team, I'm dead ass. First of all, I'm not watching that shit.
That's
I'm,
not fair, bro.
that's like worse than. Nah, let me not say that. That's not worse than Golden State. Nothing is worse than Golden State, bro. Nothing was worse than Golden State.
I mean, no, from a moral standpoint, it's not worse than Golden State, but from like a basketball standpoint, is as worse as Golden State.
Nah,
Yes,
word.
it is.
Nah.
You put an MVP, you put an MVP with an MVP, basically at
Yeah.
their prom.
Nah, word. Yeah,
So I
that
don't.
shit ain't fair. That they ain't gonna let that
That's not
happen.
fair.
They ain't gonna let that happen. They ain't gonna let
And
that
how
happen.
they play too. It's not like he's scored. Both of them is like all around players, except for defense. So both of them is all around players on the offensive ground.
Yeah,
Like both of them.
yeah. I think if Jokic definitely, I think he could take a backseat because that nigga don't always have to score 20 points, and I've seen it that he doesn't like if he could score if he needs to score 40, he'd do it. But if he need to score 20, he done that shit before, like in the playoffs and shit.
Or they're interchangeable, bro.
You feel
If
me?
one of them want to do it one day, the other one can do it another day. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what I really like about Luka and Jokic is that they don't really got ego in term. Nah, actually,
No, they play basketball.
Luka got ego, but Luka don't got ego right now on the Lakers with LeBron because that's his favorite player. But Luka
I
got
mean, does
ego.
Luca have ego? How you have ego? You be having 10 assists a game. How?
I think he has ego in terms of because when he was playing with Kyrie, they wasn't really seeing eye to eye on the court. He was literally
Kyrie needs to step
he was
down.
literally
Kyrie has
taking
ego.
contested shots rather than passing this shit to Kyrie, bro.
Because he's like that. Kyrie's not like that,
And
bro.
that shit
That's
happened
a
in the playoffs, bro. Kyrie wide open, you not passing to Kyrie wide
It's
open?
Kyrie, bro.
Come
But what
on,
was Kyrie
bro.
do? But what was Kyrie doing in the playoffs, though, bro? It's not like he was producing in the finals. I'm not talking about before that. I'm talking about in the finals. He wasn't doing anything.